Good morning, good morning. It is Thursday morning, January 3rd. Thursday is the mornings I do my podcast. So, welcome. If this is the first time you've been here, my podcast is Back to Living. I've changed it from Back to Living. There's Life After Loss, which is how it started and is still that way, but it's Back to Living. If you're returning, welcome back. If it is your first time, please comment below so I will know. I can't always see comments on here, but I will get back to you. I started this podcast, since it's a new year, I'm going to start this out how I started it. I started this podcast to help myself as well as others if it does. If I can help one person, it's well worth the struggle of me going live. I lost my husband February of 2016 after being married for 41 years. And it was a struggle. It's still a struggle. But everything I tried didn't seem to help me pull myself out of that depression that I was in. And I found this format, and it helps me to talk, and that's why I'm doing this. I share funny stories. Sometimes it doesn't make sense, but that's why I do it, to help me on my journey through this grief process that I'm sure I'll be going through the rest of my life. Hi, Christy. But I lost my train of thought there, looking to see who was on here. Sorry. We'll be going on this journey, or I'll be going on this journey, I'm sure, the rest of my life. After 41 years, it was 2/3 of my life that I was with this man. Yes, it is. So it's not ever going to go away. It's just how I choose to move forward. And I don't want to say move on. I don't want to forget. It will always be there. It's part of who I am. So I don't want to move on. To me, that sort of sounds like moving on, forgetting about it. Let's just get on with the next chapter of our life, which I am getting to the next chapter, but I'm moving forward. I don't want to forget ever. But I had someone contact me this morning, a family member that got someone in touch with me that she just lost her dad. Her mom and dad were married for 40 years. So I know what she's going through. I want to talk to you right now if you're listening. I'm not going to say any names on here. I don't do that unless they're requested. But I know what she's going through right now. I'm going to have to put my glasses on to read these. I can't see comments today. Thank you. Yes, I'm not moving on. I'm moving forward. I don't want to forget. Moving on to me means something else. But when we get back to this lady that just lost her husband, I know what you're going through. I can tell you that first year, looking back on that first year, I don't remember a whole lot about it. You're kind of numb. You get through day to day. Some days, sometimes weeks, you don't want to get out of bed. That I've learned that that's normal. Everyone grieves differently. For me, it was holding up in my bedroom. That's all I wanted to do. Me and my dog and the TV and my blankets and my laptop, and I was perfectly content staying there. Towards the end of that first year, I had a very good friend tell me, because I was talking to her and telling her that I really didn't feel like I had a purpose anymore. It's just my purpose was taking care of my family, my husband and my children. My children are grown and have families of their own. And now I didn't have my husband, so I felt like I really didn't have a purpose. But she very so eloquently pointed out to me that I am still here. That means God's not finished, and I still have a purpose. It may have changed, and I need to find out what that purpose is now. So just know that there will come a time, I don't know when it'll be, it can be sooner, it can be later, that you will reach a point that, okay, I'm still here, I need to get up and start living, back to living, get back to living. Sorry, I've got something on my eye that's bugging me. And you'll wonder your purpose. What was my purpose? What is it changed? Is it now? How do I go about finding that? I can tell you within a month, about 2 or 3 weeks of each other, I got a part-time job at a nonprofit and started my own business, selling a cosmetic skincare line, which I still do part-time. It's not a full-time job by any means. It's because I feel pretty when I use the products, and I like showing other people how well the products work. I think it's done wonders for my skin, so I like that part. I like getting out and meeting people. That was the reason I started it, to get out of the house and to start meeting people, because I had held it up from February to this was January, so it was about a year that I didn't find pleasure in doing anything. So I did that, and within that second year, that's to me, and if you're watching, your daughter's watching, or anyone else, that second year, I can tell you now, is probably going to be the hardest. You're out of that numb stage, and reality starts to set in, and it's hard. So I hope you have a lot of support that can be there with you through this. The second year was hard for me. Everything hit hard. I'm just finishing up, or getting close to finishing up next month, the third year. I had better days. I had some bad days. Holidays are still hard. But it wasn't as bad this year. I was able to actually get out and enjoy shopping for the kids and grandkids again, which to me, in Texas, you don't get that many cold days, but the hustle and bustle and the cold is just part of the Christmas traditions that I remember. So I did that this year, which I actually enjoyed. So it comes. It will come slowly. It will get there. Just know that whatever you're going through is normal. Don't let anyone tell you, well, you should be past that by now, or you should be doing this. I tried the counseling or the grief groups, and I left feeling worse. Some people thrived in that, and it really, really helped them. That was not for me. I left feeling worse and just couldn't do it. So I searched, and the more I talked, the better I felt. So that's what I do. That's why I do this podcast. One thing I wanted, and I may take you in there in a minute and show you, but one of the things I've done this year that seems to be helping, I wake up in a better mood. My bedroom is my sanctuary, which most people's probably are. I have trouble moving to the den to watch TV, things like that, but I'm getting there. I have a chalkboard hanging on the closet, and it's like 4 foot away from me, maybe 4 foot. And these beautiful colored chalk markers I got for Christmas, and I started writing on that, thinking, okay, I need a vision board. What do I want to do for my new business that I've just started? But it turned out to be a board of encouraging words, things I want to remember, happiness, joy, do something every day that is not expected of me. Just things like that, and the board is literally filled with stuff. So every morning when I wake up, I see that. I can smile. And every night before I turn the light out, I see that board. And it seems to help. So that was my little tip for today, is something like that. Even if it's just one word. This little blackboard you can get like at Target or Walmart was $1, I think, and comes with chalk. I think they do, or even just tape a word on it or something. Just something, joy, anything like that that you can hang on to. So I know I try to keep these short. I will probably just post a picture because walking with the camera is not too good. But I'm praying for you. Thank you so much for reaching out to me. I would be glad to talk to your mom on here or offline. Let me know. I will just message below and I will get you my cell number. But I know it's hard. I know your whole world is turned upside down. You don't know, especially if your children are gone. You're left in that house by yourself. For me, it was a house that I spent 40 years in with him. This was his childhood home. So this house is filled with memories and every single inch of it. But again, I didn't want to get rid of that, and I don't want to, oh, ambulance just went by. I don't want to move on. I'm moving forward, step by step, one step at a time. Some days I do go back one step, but the next day I really try to move 2 steps forward. And bless you. That's all I can say. My heart hurts for you because I know that pain. Hang in there. Get people around you that love you and will just sit and listen. That helped the most is just have someone to sit with you. Don't try to tell you, well, let's do this and let's do that. Yeah, that happened. I went out to, lunch or dinner with my in-laws, my kids. I did all of that. But at that point didn't bring me joy. They were trying to keep my mind occupied, and I know that. Sometimes that just doesn't happen, though. So hang in there. Family members, sit and just be with them. If they want to talk, let them talk. Unless you've been through it, you really don't know that pain. You can say, I know how you feel, but unless you've been there and have lost that spouse of 40 or 40 plus years, you really don't know. Loss is loss. I will grant you that. Loss is hard. But someone that's been by your side every single day for 40 plus years, that's your life. And it is hard. And I do know that pain. It's getting better. So hang in there. I pray for you. Please, if you want to talk, or me just listen, please message me and I will get you my number. You can private message me. But I think I will get off of here. But before today, since today is day 3 of my 100 days of life, I wanted to tell you today, where'd it go? January went away. Today is January 3rd. Where is my calendar? Oh my gosh, that went to 2017. Let's see, I don't know how I did that. I was just sitting here. Today is, you'll be tickled at this. Every day I'm going through to tell you fun little facts about the day on January 3rd. Today is Festival of Sleep Day. So get a good nap in if you can. And Fruitcake Toss Day. If you have those fruitcakes, toss them away. Get the neighbors, and if you have any left, have a contest and see who can throw the farthest. I'm not sure what that is for, but that is, it says it's Fruitcake Toss Day. And that is all for today. Check back tomorrow for the day 4 fun fact of the day. And blessings to everyone. I pray for you. And I will see you on the podcast next Thursday. This will be posted later today. And blessings. This is Cheryl Stevens with Back to Living. And I will see you next week on the podcast and tomorrow for the Facebook Live for the fun fact of the day. Bye.